brother.
Hello, brother.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
So, what are bros gonna talk about today?
Today I was thinking about the
Netflix and Warner Bros. Merger. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. Seems interesting enough. I don't know much about it, but it is interesting topic.
I mean, we are cinephiles, so it's something that concerns us. So yeah, definitely we should talk about it. We should just yeah,
I mean,
share what we
I'll call
think.
myself an alleged cinephile, not a true cinephile.
Why would you say that?
Oh, I've seen some movies that might be objectionable to certain cinephiles.
Name one of those.
Are you aware of a Bollywood movie called House of Five?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I watched that, and since then, my cinephile tag has been in danger.
Oh, do the walk of shame, my son.
Yes.
But you have to reclaim it. I think this is our redemption then. We both have
Yeah,
seen something which we are not proud of and which is threatening our cinephile status. So yeah, let's talk it out. So yeah, tell me what do you think of it?
I'm not. I haven't heard. I don't know much details about it, but from what I know a little bit is that Netflix has actually placed a bid of $82 billion, if I'm not wrong, to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery. So, as I've read on the internet and different places, it would mean that after the deal, all the content that would be coming from the Warner Bros. House, like DC and HBO and many things, they would be accessible on Netflix as well. But
Okay.
there's a kind of uh, tension in the cinema community, because the thing is, as long as Netflix has the rights for such things, it's given it is an OTT platform. So people are skeptical about their status of the projects in theaters, because they don't think that they will go run in theaters for long now.
Oh, that's right. I heard the CEO's comment about it. He said that he believes that he believes in keeping the run of a film like intact. He wants film to be released in theaters, but the thing is that people are concerned about, as per I understand, is that it's not going to be that long in the theaters, and they can just um, yeah, release it on Netflix or yeah some other platform, and yeah, I think that's gonna impact our film experience. Like just we can't just go there whenever we want because it's going to be there for a very limited amount of time. So yes, that's really problematic. Yeah, I find that concerning.
Yeah, I think the CEO of the Netflix also gave out a statement saying that, oh, OTT is gonna replace theaters, that people don't want to go to
Oh
the theater.
yes, yeah.
I call it bull.
Oh, that's true.
I
I
don't
mean,
believe that. I mean, theaters are always going to be there. Nothing can replace a theater experience. And putting movies for a short period of time on a theater doesn't do justice to the art. I don't think so.
definitely, I think that that's a very short-sighted comment. I mean, cinema has always been there. People go to cinema, and I think it's just it's very helpful, and it makes your whole experience more wholesome. Let's say it helps us to build this whole universe, and just being there in a dark room watching a film, you can just appreciate the work more. There are no distractions, and you can just be there, which we don't really get to do that often. But still, it's a lot of people go there. There are so many films that are doing incredible business, like name any film like Mission Impossible, the latest installment of Mission Impossible, it did really well, or any Bollywood film. They are doing so well, so people are willing to go to cinema or theaters and watch a film as long as the content is good. So saying that OTT or Netflix is the future, I think that's not really it's not a good thing to say. I don't think it's justified to say that.
And I'm worried about, if this deal goes through, it will also impact the quality of movies that we get now. Because if
Hmm.
you see, the movies are made for theater, the theatrical experience is kept in mind while making a movie.
Yeah,
On a scale which they're made so that people will enjoy it on a big screen. But if
that's right.
OTT becomes the main focus for movies to be released on, then we won't see that kind of creativity. We'll see more use of green screens and VFX and AI tools rather than real life sets and real location on location shoots. So I don't think that would do justice, and I'm actually worried that if this thing becomes a trend of OTT movie releases, then we'll start seeing just like a lot movie trying to follow a certain blueprint. So
Yeah.
something, cause if I'm not wrong, I've heard it somewhere that on Netflix to count a view, you have to watch a certain movie for at least 10 minutes. If you
Okay.
watch it for 10
Just
minutes,
10.
then yeah, I think so. It's
Okay.
10 or 15 minutes I'm not sure about this, but I
Yeah.
think 15 minutes into it, and then it is counted as a view. So a lot of as I've heard somewhere that you can say it's a conspiracy theory of sorts, that's why we see such long intro of the movies with all the production names coming in and all the disclaimer and all of that. So people would just skip that, and they would easily just get those 15 minutes in. And even if people don't watch the entire movie, they will get a view on Netflix, which will help push the numbers up. So they will be able to top the charts. Oh, number one trending movie on Netflix, number one trending movie for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Some worried that people are gonna start following a certain blueprint just to get that their movie on that chart rather than going out of the box, creating new things, experimenting. What do you think about that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think it's happening. It's a very what you said. It makes complete sense. That they are doing this to just whatever we see in the beginning, seeing all these the names of production houses. Maybe they are doing that on purpose, and it makes sense. I can see the logic behind it. But I can see like there are so many films on Netflix that look just the same. It's like the similar plot, the similar scenes, and even the actors, they look more or less similar. And yeah, I get what you are saying. And like I feel that yeah, going and watching a film in a theater is an unparalleled experience. Just imagine watching Lord of the Rings, or maybe Dune series in on Netflix instead of going to the theaters. And yeah, I don't think it would be that good. The whole fun of it, or what makes a movie so larger than life, like Dune or maybe Lord of the Rings, they are larger than life films. And the what makes them larger than life is just going there, sitting there, and just seeing the whole thing unfold. And it's so incredible. I don't think that Netflix could ever do that. And I think the biggest problem with Netflix or any other, I think, platform is online platform is that people just watch the content passively. Don't you think so? It's like whenever I'm watching Netflix, anything on Netflix, no matter how much I like it, I'm doing something. Like it's not something that I'm actively watching. It's like I'm doing my dishes. And yeah, just imagine that. Yeah, like watching Star Wars or Dune while doing your dishes for the first time. It's never going to be the same. And I think most of the people, they do that. It's active watching is not possible when you are doing it on Netflix, because you have so many things on your mind, and you are just, it's like you are still living your life. But when you go to the cinema, you are for some time you're disconnected from your personal life. It's like it's just you and the screen, and that's all you are doing, so you can just focus on it. But I don't think we get that kind of sacred, if I can say, sacred environment when we are sitting at our home, and we are just flooded with deadlines, and it's on top of our mind, and we just can't really focus on whatever we are seeing on our screens.
Yeah, like I read somewhere that now as OTT is gaining on the more and more views, it is becoming a new trend. People are watching more and more OTT content. So there's something called I think it is called a second screen viewing content is
Mm-hmm.
what production houses and everyone is making focusing on making. So it's
Yeah.
like kind of content that you don't need to put your entire focus on it. You can watch it while
Yeah.
scrolling reels or chatting or talking to someone on call, and it just you put it on you start playing it on a TV, and you keep watching your mobile and all that, and you can still watch it. It doesn't require you to focus and all. And I think it's kind of disrespectful to the art of cinema if we say that just going to theater is not just about an experience. I mean, it is an experience, but it is also like kind of giving a respect to the art. Like art
Yes. Yeah.
requires your respect. You just sit there for 3 hours, your phone on silent, and you don't think about anything as you're seeing, submerging yourself in that movie. But if this thing goes through, people are gonna. it- If I'll look around India, we live in a society where art is actually not given that much respect. People look at it as a lowly thing to do. And if this kind of thing, this kind of trend comes into becomes popular, then we'll see more and more of that. People not respecting artists and the art and the amount of hard work that goes into making a movie. They'll just be watching it and not paying attention to the details and how much work a person has put into that. So that is not good for the cinema.
Oh, definitely. This reminds me of something I did for my master's. So, like, we studied about Walter Benjamin and how he talked about how art or any art form, it loses its aura when it's like replicated, or like maybe just say instead of going to a theater, I watch a film on my phone screen. So it's like there's it's getting diluted, or maybe just instead of going to a museum and watching Mona Lisa, I'm just downloading its picture, the picture on my phone and watching. It's not the same. So yeah, there's this loss of aura. I think when we go to theaters, it's like the film has like it's aura farming, if I can say. It's like its aura is at its peak, but I don't think we can just capture or get the essence of the art, as you said. We can't really respect it properly if we just watch it on our phone screens or on our yeah laptops.
Yeah, and like a self-proclaimed cinephile, I actually don't like watching movies on OTT platforms. I've watched very few, maybe 2 or 3 movies that released directly on OTT because I
Hmm.
don't like to watch it. I believe that movies are for theater only. That whole experience, you go there, you make a day out of it, go there, sit for 3 hours, enjoy a movie. And I don't like when people kind of compare that, oh, it's better like OTT and experience cinema, you can watch at any place. There is a movie out right now, Dhurandhar,
Yeah.
which is a big movie, but I see still like it's a very good movie. It's a great theatrical experience, but still I see a lot of people on online asking when it will be out, when will it come out on OTT, and when can we watch it online? Like, why don't you just go to theaters? Oh, it's the same thing as you watch it on theaters, and I don't like that comparison because like they're two different things. You cannot play football on a tennis court, right?
All right.
It's
Yeah.
just not the same. I mean, you can take a ball and start playing, but it won't be the same. It won't feel the
Hmm.
same. So I think a movie requires big screen for you to go and enjoy it. And there's a
Absolutely. Yeah.
one more thing I'll say that it is also we are social beings, so we like going out and sharing our experience. You sitting with hundreds of people there, not knowing who they are, which background they are from, and you just sit there, enjoy that 3 hours with them, everyone experiencing the same thing and taking a part of it with themselves. And I think that is great.
Yes, I mean, you told me about how you watched End Games and people in the theaters, they just went, yeah, they just went crazy. And that's like, yeah, that's something you're gonna remember for a very long time. So I can understand. It's like you just feel emotions more vividly, and you can just be there and feel how other people are feeling. It's like euphoric experience. It's not, I don't think it can ever be replicated while you are sitting with your 2 or 3 friends and watching a film on your laptop or on Netflix, whether it's on your television or whatever. But yes, I get what you are saying. And also, as a kid, because we would go to theaters very often, I remember being so excited just to get ready, and we would talk about a film, and we would, even after coming back, we would reminisce how we spent our time watching it, or just, acting out some scenes or thinking about the songs. Like we would have this kind of a debate whether we liked it or we didn't like it. And I think it also helped us to have a stronger bond, I think. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
It's just because we so often talk to each other about what we liked about something in the film, whether we like the character or not. And I think it's a nice way to, get conversation started with your family members or with your friends. So it's a nice icebreaker. But with Netflix, it's like, I'm not gonna watch it. It's like none of us complete the film. It's like we just start watching something and we ditch it halfway through. I have done that. I think I started watching Don't Look Up, and I never completed it. And there are many other films on Netflix that I started, but I never watched it. And the films that watched till the end are the films that I've already watched in theaters, or yeah. So you know what I mean? It's like you can never discuss or have a yeah, conversation with your friends or with your family about anything now because you're not watching it properly. So yes, there's just no way you can analyze or see things in depth.
Oh yeah, like on that point, remember going to the movies with the whole family would go to the movie. Everyone watch it. Everyone would have a different opinion about it. We'll come back.
Yes.
Everyone would talk about, oh, we liked this. Oh no, we didn't like that. It was good. No, it was bad. And there was discussion. Our whole family would sit together, also discuss about what they liked, talk about, and maybe talk about for days to come about that one movie that they went to watch. But now with Netflix, that thing doesn't just happen. Like families don't even sit down together to watch content together. Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it feels weird. Oh, one of your like your father is watching it at one time on Monday, then your mother is going to watch it on Wednesday, then your brother would be watching it on Saturday. Oh, I'll watch it next month because it's just you can watch it anytime. But being in a theater, it's for that for a limited time only. So you have to go watch it together. Sometimes if you like a movie, some people go twice, like they go back to the theater to watch it. So that's a great time. And you also talked about Endgame, and it reminds me of like theatrical experience is such a great thing. Like I still remember it's been almost like 6 years when I watched that movie. It's over 6 years. But I still remember the goosebumps and the entire theater screaming on the scenes which we were watching, and people were crying together when Iron Man dies at the end. Like, I mean, we didn't knew, no one knew each other, but it was a shared experience of 200 strangers shared a single experience with there in the theater. So that was great, and I mean thinking about it makes me feel weird that a guy, like just to imagine that a guy who would watch Endgame for the first time in his life on a TV, sitting in his room alone. Like, I mean, how would it feel? I can't even imagine. And that's why I think there's so many reaction channels and all of these things are gaining traction now. Because as a human being, we want to share our experiences. We want to know how everyone reacted to this thing. Like I reacted emotionally or I liked it, so we go and they watch reaction channels of streamers watching, oh, and reacting, oh, ooh, ooh, and they get garner million of views because people are watching it on OTT. So then they go and check out the reaction channels. Oh, how did they like?
But that's so dystopian. Like, just go to the theater and watch it and just feel it. Why that actually that's so funny that people first they are watching something on Netflix and then just in order to feel something or just to see if other people are feeling the same way they are feeling, they are going on YouTube to check how they are reacting. I mean, I don't know. I have no words to describe what I want to say about it, but yeah, it totally sounds dystopian.
Yeah, I didn't used to get because I always go and watch movies in theaters. So I never used to understand like what kind of people, like how lonely can someone be to go and watch a reaction video? I mean, what is a reaction video? What do I care about how people are reacting? But then I like recently I watched a movie which I watched in theaters. It was a Demon Slayer movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't watched the anime beforehand. I just watched the movie first, then I started watching the anime, and that anime has many epic moments, like a number of epic moments, which like I wanted to scream, ooh, ooh. So because I was watching it alone, even I went and then I started watching reaction videos on there on YouTube, and I was like, oh yeah, I reacted the same way. Oh yes, oh this feels good. Like that you get a different kind of dopamine rush when you see people reacting to a certain thing the same way you did. So I think that's why theaters are very important. So people can just be in a social setting and be with other people as well.
For real, yeah, it's such a sweet thing to do, just to be there with people and just to just look at them in a very excited manner. Or if you are feeling sad about your favorite character dying, you can just, share that emotion just to look at them and just see, yeah, they are feeling the same way. It's a very sweet sentiment, I think, and a very sweet thing to do, very sweet gesture. And yeah, even I feel that way whenever I'm watching, let's say, The Office and all alone in my room, and I have no one to look at and laugh, so I just film it and send it to you so that you can just see that I'm watching something funny. Yeah. So yes, I mean, it's such a nice way to interact with people or just be happy in general, because we all want to share what we are feeling. We all are social beings. And another thing that's really concerning me is algorithm. And because the thing is that whatever we watch, we are on Netflix. It's like Netflix is eventually, it's gonna, not eventually, it's always going to, recommend us things that we are into. So it's like we can't really get out of our comfort zone, or we can't really explore much, because we will be constantly being recommended things that we are already into, you know, and which I think it's going to impact our yeah, creativity, let's say, because I remember reading Quentin Tarantino's book called Cinema Speculation, and even Al Pacino's biography. And in their books, they have mentioned how watching a theater or different kind of films from an early age has helped them to be creative. It has helped them with their art and the success that they have. It's like I remember reading how Quentin Tarantino said that he would go with his mother to watch any kind of film as a child, They would have crass language or they would have violent scene, but he would just be there. He would watch it attentively, and he credits all that to his success, And I think that's really beautiful, that just watching different kind of perspective, different kind of narrative or different story, it can help us to, learn more, or just it challenges us to think in a different manner, which won't be that much possible if we depend on Netflix for entertainment or just to watch films. And also, yeah, I mean, I think it's really important, because we would be stuck with this kind of thing. We will be stuck in our own world where, yeah, whatever we think, whatever we see, we would be just, be constantly bombarded by those things. So it would be like an echo chamber.
Yeah, right. And it is also like I don't want a single corporation to have such a big impact or such a big control over an industry. Like if this goes on, Netflix would soon become like a monopoly in this industry, which is never good because I mean, just imagine they would just start pumping out content or putting out content that they feel it should be okay or they want people to watch. They can actually start altering people's behavior and how they think and their ideologies, because if there is no other content to watch, then people would just at the end of the day will have to watch Netflix only. So it's not even like from a societal point of view, socio-political way also, it's not a good move. Like someone having such a big control over internet, because people consume a lot of content nowadays,
Yeah.
and one company having such a big influence or control in that area that they can just manipulate what kind of content will go out, or they can push a narrative that they want, or start actually altering behavior of people or how they think, and they can control them. So I don't think that is a good thing for the society in general as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it would be even if a filmmaker, let's say, makes if a filmmaker makes something that's going to challenge the um, common perspective of whatever is people believing right now at the moment. If Netflix or yeah, if Netflix doesn't want to promote that film, it can just get lost in the this whole sea of content that is present on Netflix. It's like it would be difficult to find it if they don't get promoted well on Netflix. So it's like it would be, I get it. It would be in the hands of Netflix to decide that what content they are going to push and what content they are going to just, yeah, throw somewhere in this huge, yeah, sea of content that they have.
Okay, like that's why we need different companies, different kind of production houses. Like we have at this point we have Disney or Paramount or different, which make like big large scale movies for entertainment. You just go and have a good time and everything. Then we have A24 productions, which make like a very indie and different kind of movie. Like they are sometimes they are funny as well, but they are also sometimes they are very weird or I don't know, disturbing sometimes could be, but they're pushing those boundaries of creativity, like
Yes, yeah.
what a person can perceive as, oh no, I like this kind of movie. Oh, but was this one like Iron Claw or The Smashing Machine? Like I never thought I would watch these kind of movies, but made and they made it well. So we need exposure to different kind of cinemas because it also gives us different kind of perspectives. We start thinking from different point of views as we see all these things. So this is also important for like as a develop, because now content consumption is one of the big things in everyone's life. Everyone watches content, consumes content. So different kind of consuming different kind of content is a good way to develop your personality and to thinking, and critical thinking also comes from consuming different kind of content. So I think that should be kept in mind.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I remember after completing school watching Get Out, and I was like, what did I just watch? What was that? And yeah, there are many films to name some, like maybe American Psycho or Fight Club or No Country for Old Men. I think watching these kind of films, they just maybe initially I was like, I don't know, I don't understand this, or maybe Eyes Wide Shut, but more or less, I think they have something deeper, some deeper meaning, and it just helps us to, just sit down and think that, oh, what did I just watch? Or yeah, what does that even mean? And even if you're not into researching, you are not someone who likes to think things through or think about things deeply, I think films like maybe Eyes Wide Shut are very important because we just tend to think about something in a deeper manner. I think we start analyzing or just, start seeing hidden meanings, which is like very important, or just because these films are open to interpretation, let's say, and everyone, you and I, if we both watch that film, I think we would come to some different conclusion, which is like The Shining comes to my mind. Everyone has some different kind of opinion on it. What does that scene mean, or whatever the dialogues are, whatever they are saying, what they are talking about. They are it's so coded, So it's like it really helps us to think in a unconventional manner. And yes, yeah, I agree with you that it helps us to think critically, or just to expand our thinking. That okay, it's like we move beyond surface level and we start seeing things beyond that. We try to go deeper, let's say.
Yeah, true, I agree. I think a kind of responsibility also comes on the cinema industry as well, that they make movies, they put their put the work that is required and not half-ass it. So people are actually encouraged to go to the theaters. Like as I talked about Dhurandhar earlier, the movie did not initially had that hype. Like, it was hype, but somehow things were not going well for it. It didn't get a good, decent opening, like for what was expected earlier. So people thought it won't do well, but it was at the end of the day, it was a good movie. So it started pulling its crowd, word of mouth spread, started pulling, and now it's like a complete blockbuster. Like it's 3 weeks now. The movie is not slowing down at all. Unlike movies that were coming before are pushing their release date because they don't want to get lost in the sea of Dhurandhar. So that's why cinema needs to up their game as well. So people are encouraged to come to the theaters too.
Yes, yeah, there's like I think a lot of filmmakers, as you said, there's this blueprint that they are following just to make a film instant success or just to make it more appealing to a certain section of people of yeah, certain people, of society, I think. And that's the problem. I think it should be they should be working on the kind of content they are producing and try to include something more, something I won't, I mean, they should experiment, it's, I don't think that when it comes to art, there's one size fits all kind of thing, So yeah, definitely, they should be coming up with more fun things or just something like A24, let's say, especially in India, because there's just no experiment or there's just no diversity, let's say. It's like everything looks the same, feels the same, everyone every script, every scene is the same.
So let's hope that everything will go well and cinema will go ahead and prosper.
Oh yes, I mean, I really, really hope so because like I remember watching during COVID, I watched Irishman on Netflix and I felt so it's a very nice film and I wish that it was released on in theaters, let's say, instead of Netflix because it's a glorious film. And yeah, so I think that they need theaters. Most of the films they need theater. I think some films are it's good. I think Netflix is a good space for some film. Let's say, yeah, if they are struggling, they think that they won't be able to find large number of audience, then it's fine to release it on Netflix. And yeah, it will find its audience on Netflix. But most of the films, I think they deserve a proper theatrical release. So yes, yeah, let's hope as a um, hardcore cinephile, that's all we can do, just to hope for better days ahead and that our cinematic experience doesn't get curtailed or limited. And yeah,
Yeah, long live cinema.
long live cinema. Yes.